Queen of Pop, Madonna, has been making the headlines again recently because she uploaded this really bizarre video on TikTok. Now, fans have gotten quite concerned about this, and there has been a few things going on with Madonna recently. So in this video, I'm going to go through what I think is happening with Madonna and the evidence behind that. If you don't know who I am, my name is Sermed and I am a doctor working in London. I make videos on celebrity health. If that is something you are interested in, you want to use celebrities' problems and health issues to be able to learn more about yourself and the friends and people around you, then hit subscribe so you can stay informed. So what actually has happened with Madonna recently was on TikTok about a month ago, she uploaded this video which is basically just showing her staring into the camera and getting closer and closer without moving much of her face at all. And it's clear that she's had a lot of work done, there's no question about that, but fans were thinking that maybe she could have some kind of mental health disorder or she was high on drugs while she was doing this. But actually, I think that it was a mixture of her being really swollen and fresh from Botox injections, both in her forehead and her cheeks, which make her eyes look as closed as they do, and her trying to look seductive to the camera. Now, you may not know, but shortly after that video was released, she announced a breakup with her long-term 26-year-old partner, Malik Williams, and it's no surprise because I'm sure that as people get more and more concerned about Madonna and she does more and more work to her face that makes her look a little bit otherworldly, let's just say, then I'm sure he wouldn't want much to do with that. Now, I think all of this is part of Madonna's wish to stay relevant. And if you look at her looks throughout the course of her career, back in the 70s, where she had that kind of innocent young girl look, moving up to the 80s where she had that smoky eye look with the darker lips, and into the 90s and 2000s where she moves to a more mature, more kind of wedding dress style, pushing the boundaries of what can be shown and being more as a physical icon, then you can really see the changes that are happening. You can see past 2000, she really starts to take the cosmetic surgery too far. She is completely wrinkle free, you can see, but she loses that movement and expression in her face that she had before, and now it's come to the point where that is almost totally gone. And you know, when people get plastic surgery, it's usually advised that they would only try and look a small amount younger than what they actually are. Madonna is 63 years old, but it appears she's trying to emulate the face of a 25-year-old, but when in doing so, it just comes across as too much. You know, you would say maybe with surgical enhancements, you could try and look like a 45-year-old at the youngest, considering her age. And you know, if someone's a 40, they might want to try and look like a 25 or 30-year-old with surgical enhancements. And you shouldn't take it much further than that. But Madonna clearly is trying to cling on to her relevancy in society, especially hitching on to the behind trend set by people like Nicki Minaj and Kim Kardashian, and getting a Brazilian bum lift, as well on top of the things that she's already done to enhance herself. I am actually concerned at all of this because A, she's setting unrealistic standards for other younger girls that may not realize how surgically enhanced she is, and she hasn't been very open about these enhancements in the past. Although in more recent years, because things are getting so obvious, she even warned people that she was getting another facelift on her social media before she went out and posted that video of her new face. Another thing that concerns me is that plastic surgeons really should follow a code of ethics where they only offer treatments that they think will be beneficial to the patient and allow them maybe some kind of increased self-confidence, and just if they had some kind of large insecurity, then to be able to get away from that. But it seems that in Madonna's case, this is a serious problem with adjustment and self-image, and there's so many different pieces of information that evidence that, like when she was on the Tonight Show and she just got up onto the table with Jimmy Fallon there, and it was just all too much. She can't seem to rebrand herself away from this physical icon to be something with a bit more class, like other female celebrities have done with time, people like Dolly Parton, and she really is just trying to hang on to the way that she was previously, which just won't work for a woman of her age. That's not being ageist, it's simply just being embracing the natural process of nature, and not trying to fight it too much to the point where it almost becomes sad to watch. So I hope that shed some light on what the situation is, and I wish Madonna all the best of luck and that she can embrace what's going on with her physically, and stops with all of the extra surgery that's just not necessary at this point. So hope you've enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one next week. This is my first video as a married man, so hit me a like if you do like it, and I wish you the best of health and happiness. So stay healthy, stay happy, take care.